They think they're safe.
But you have an arrow in a very clustered area like the river. You can time it perfectly, so someone will have to tank the arrow to stop the Alchemist from getting the room. Misery comes forward with that Burrow Strike available. Resolution keeps the Disruptor out. Cuckoo hit by that arrow. It could be a long stun. Misery still has his into the Arctic Burn. Cuckoo's in trouble, and Cuckoo will go down here. DT, they stick
Up
on
on Ion Shell. Maybe not with so many magic resistance creeps.
They're coming to mid. Disruptor's a little bit too far out. Weehaw starts to start for Misery. Uncertain about the target he wanted. At Alchemist, the chemical rage is up. He's got a lot of life, but with the extra help from the Wyvern, Cuckoo's on the run. He'll catch the arrow perfectly. Where's the help from TNC? Demon will arrive. The stun's on Misery. Cuckoo can't survive. Misery so low. Have they got the damage on the other hill? And they can drag him back with a glimpse. Cold Embrace. Misery is still alive. 6 is triggered. There's not really a lot of mana. There's enough for a Thunderstrike from Disruptor. That is only a level 1, however. Demon needs at least one attack and he can't get it. Misery is...
Chronosphere just skilled up on Sam H. What is their damage though? They need, I think the Terrorblade is the only one that can really get a kill. Maybe the Alchemist if he drops an Acid Spray with the base void beating on the hero, but
this is the reason why they're trying to get the Storm up. Misery barely missing the stun. Demon will move over. Misery, first stun to happen. That Terrorblade, heavy damage when he's in Demon together. They're coming to the mid lane where Weehaw is currently running underneath the tier 1 tower. Disruptor trying to juke it out, but Weehaw hits the arrow. The 4 levels up in Starfall will find the kill. I think you're right. They're not certain exactly where their damage is meant to come from.
getting blocked up. Aided with the slow with a caustic, and the Ion Shell will tick down on nowhere close to enough heroes. They've already kind of secured this top side of the map for move. They dropped Observer Wards, Misery with a very fast move speed build with a Pringle and the Wind Lanes.
Looking for Weehaw. This time around, he's got the Storm dragging Weehaw back into it with the glimpse. But the mid tower actually gets denied by the Alchemist. Even will find the last hit on the Mirana.
It's a big kill. They need their level 6s. And
For them. They move to the lane, but they don't find anybody. Now the Disruptor will be caught. But Move, he wants to go on this. They don't realize what's happening. Roshan is slow. Misery, he looks inside. The stun will be there. Misery, Fire Strike through 2. Starts the X down, but the Disruptor Storm. The back wall is almost enough. Demon will pop. It's a 1-for-1 trade-off. Roshan's still alive. You got Resolution inside the pit. They have to do something. Sam, well, yeah, he was starting that Chronosphere, but he was not going to end it. The Dire Sentry Ward is up. They see Slug. They know he's there. The Chronosphere, the Dark Steel Wall, and now the curse. Faceless Void drops instantly. The big ulti is gone. Resolution jumps up. He wants to kill Raven. Thunder's already been used, but the life just stripped away from his cold dead fingers. Cuckoo will drop in DC.
Recipe, but still a few minutes away.
Misery is looking for bottom lane. Fresh Blink Dagger in his hands. Cuckoo does trigger his chemical rage, so Weehaw won't have enough confidence to get the kill, but a great leap out from a swap. Misery, a triple stun. Buys time for Weehaw. He'll throw the arrow out. Slide kills the Terrorblade in the meantime, and Weehaw will die in the tree lines. So again, another double Iron Shell combo on top lane. This time it was the Slark as well as the Dark Sea together.
But now we have the Ags up on the Mirana, and I don't think they can outfarm even with an Alchemist at this pace. And their heroes are just highly susceptible to Magic Burst, which they definitely have.
Demon is pretty much dead. Blink Fire by Misery. Resolution will roam over as, well, Glimpse tries to find space. Resolution, see where they want to head with this. Right now, looks like the destination is Dire Jungle. The Observer Ward only barely timed out. And EU pings it out saying, hey, this thing just disappeared here. But what they don't realize is DC's on their way. Blink, Burrow, they look for the target. It's Cuckoo, the back into the wall. Disruptor only was causing problems. Weehaw move inside that one then. Looking for a good chrono time. Not really finding it, just using time dilation instead. And then Resolution, the back line. It is a bad day to be a support. One down, his eyes are on Demon. The Chronosphere, but the curse, it just holds the Faceless Void there. You might get the kill over on Misery, but Terrorblade, the Thunder, try and let him fight more. Needs another hit up against Moo, won't reach, not when the Cold Embrace also protects. Demon, well, he's dead. Resolution comes in from one side, Weehaw and Moo in from the other. They try and smoke up and they're running a very long way away.
But look where Misery is. He's scared of it.
Oh, he blinks, he forced up. He may not realize there's a lot of support around this. Chemical Rage already triggered. They need to get this kill on Misery before the fight begins with Misery inside the sandstorm. They don't see him. He's actually still alive. Into the tree line. Misery searched away. They need to kill a bloody SK, but they can't even do that. Mirana will be behind them. We are ready to fight the chrono. It caught Resolution and Weeha. Thanks to the Sentry Ward, they knew he was there. So TNC will be able to find one thing, but Misery swap back in. Demon trying to kill his former teammate with a back wall, catching 3 from Nu. Where will be the damage? Resolution is the one bringing it. Again, TNC coming up short. They have brought down the Mirana. Resolution on the run. Cuckoo can't even TP. The Burrow Strike will hit the mark as a triple kill. Now even a more impossible task. They have to defend their mid-racks. It's 26 minutes in. Resolution still has that Aegis the Immortal. A wave of terror forward, hits a couple of them. Glimpse pulls Misery back, but he Burrow Strikes forward, faces Void. Needs a time walk, but the back from Darkseer interrupts him, so he's unable to do so. And then Wyvern jumping forward. The curse is on Demon. Raven, thanks to the BKB, can walk away, but Resolution's fine with this. He just walks up, killing off Jimmy. The Burrow Strike to Cuckoo. They're losing too many. TNC are falling apart as DC will bring down the mid-racks. They have buybacks on 2 of their cores, but to do so, it will cripple their cores so heavily that TNC need a victory fight. The Glimpse dragging back move. Nine's holding from Disruptive, doesn't catch Resolution or Weehawk, and Conscious does, but Darkseer just takes through it all. Now the Chrono, Sam will find 3. Who did they kill? They don't know. The stun and faces Void. Weehawk hit the arrow perfectly. Again, Move causing chaos in these fights. It looks like it's over. TNC have lost too many. There's too many beyond godlike. DC, the Terrorblade is the last man standing. TNC will keep fighting to the bitter end, and they look for it. The force up, the blink, the bar, the arrow, the style points from DC. They will go for the triple racks, force the megas, and they will get the GG out from TNC at some time.
And DC have dashed the dreams of yet another aspiring TI champion, as TNC, this will be the end of their long road.
It really will be, but they fought a hard one. There's no doubt about that. TNC's games over the last couple of rounds have just been inspiring. Some terrific Dota, and there it is. Demon will admit the defeat. GG. DC will take the series against TNC 2-1. Mama Moo can be happy. DC have now got, at minimum, a top 6 placing at TI6.
Can't be happy with that one. Misery proving to be ever consistent in his drafts, mirroring it up and countering TNC perfectly in game 2 and 3.
And it's amazing how well this